come and join me for a episode, or a short episode rather, on turkey, broccoli, and some other wonderful foods that the Lord God has actually gifted me and blessed me with. So excuse me, I've got a bit of a cold, so I may clear my throat. So we're going to be talking biblically and also based on common sense for all of my subscribers on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. You get the idea. Iron is a plant, right? So spinach there is a plant. It's high in vitamin C, non-heme iron, because there are two types of iron. In my opinion, as a nutrition coach only, in my opinion, and as a man, I believe that the heme iron is actually more beneficial, although I am not clinically accurate. The non-heme iron is the iron that you get from the plants, but the heme iron actually, I believe, produces a better hemoglobin response, meaning it creates more red blood cells. So, when you combine foods like spinach with steamed broccoli, some turkey slices, or maybe salmon or a white fish if you are feeling a little bit fishy or fish orientated, you might want to consider eating these foods in a combination with either long grain wild rice, because that again has lots of added vitamins, especially zinc and magnesium. Short grain rice, try and stay clear, because that's basically almost full carbohydrate and it hasn't got the fibre contained with the food. But noodles, egg noodles, not necessarily the healthiest option, but that works very well with turkey slices or some pan-fried wild salmon. Also, if you throw in a few shiitake mushrooms, little ones, or chestnut mushrooms, you get a lot of extra vitamin C. Try not to fry your food, because that will literally basically make your body not get the results, because you are frying or cooking away into the atmosphere a lot of the essential minerals that God said is in the good of the land. So, moving on. The first type of food for mankind and humankind was not a cow. It sure as hell was not a turkey, and guys, it wasn't a lamb chopped up, put in a shish kebab, right? So, don't get it twisted. God said, if you shall eat of the good of the land, which meant things that grew from the land, not things that walked on the earth with four legs going with horns, cows, cattle of every kind. However, biblically speaking, after, I believe it was the flood of Noah, if I'm correct in my theology, then the Lord God said, you can eat everything that walks on the land, certain things in the sea, and anything that is good. Meaning, God said, well, basically you can eat what you need, but don't eat certain foods, because certain foods are unhealthy, because it has dirt, bacteria attached to it. So you're not going to go around and eat locusts and wild honey unless you are John, because those foods weren't healthy. Honey was, but locust has lots of bacteria. So do other types of animals, such as, now, in some parts of the world they eat rats and things. No. Why would you want to eat something that's been running around on the floor and running through garbage? It's that simple. So, eating of the good of the land. Why? A lemon. Lemons help with colds. Now, the base part of the human body, the immune system, is affected quite quickly if we don't eat correct foods. However, add some vitamin C, squeeze a few lemons or a lemon or so over foods such as salmon and any fish, certain vegetables to give it a zing, a bit of a zip, and you actually have added an immune boosting thing, which the man upstairs says, well, now I'm pleased because you are doing my commandments. You are living a healthy lifestyle, guys. It's that simple. Right. That's it from this short episode and short video on eating of the good of the land. If you thought this video was either amusing, fun, or entertaining, or educational, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, The Movement Guy, and I will see you in the next video soon.